welcome to the fifth installment in my Pokemon teams, a special original content video that I am making. Check out my first four installments for Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Sapphire, and Pokemon Diamond, where I talk about the teams I use in those games. So, as I always mention, there's internet leaks, and I do pick the Pokemon I want to use before the games come out. There weren't many Pokemon that I was really looking forward to using. Not many of them really caught my eye. And that's something you'll hear a lot of people say about the 5th gen. But there's a lot of cool things in the 5th generation that I think people really forget about. It introduced a seasonal cycle. Every month was a different season. It had 150 new Pokemon. A lot of new Pokemon, but a lot of people were turned off by many of them. I thought they had really great designs. Unfortunately, it was the ones that people didn't care for, like Trubbish and Garbodor, that turned them off. However, I saw the starter Pokemon, and I saw the box Pokemon. Zekrom was cool, and I was really looking forward to playing Pokemon Black. Unfortunately, Zekrom is in Pokemon White. So I had to buy Pokemon White and be lame, because, well, Black just sounds cooler. Like, doesn't it? Pokemon Black? Doesn't that just sound like, what's this game about? But in any case, I started off with Oshawott, and then I had Samurott. I was looking forward to using this Pokemon. I didn't care that it was like an otter or something like that. It was just so cool. It looks like a samurai. It has Razor Shell as one of its techniques, which lowers defense. It got like Mega Horn and Aqua Jet as moves too. Oh yeah, Samurott was good. I picked up the little bird, P-Dove. I don't remember its middle evolution. I should have looked it up, but I had Unpheasant, and I used Unpheasant for most of my adventure. Now, I say that because, well, there's another bird that I wanted to use. I was able to get Panseer, who became Simisear. I really like the monkeys, I do, but I just feel like the art for Simisear doesn't really sell it as well. But truth be told, Pansage I did like a little bit more, though I'm just talking about my teams. And, well, let's keep going. Now, I picked up a Sewaddle, and it evolved into a Leavanny in the forest. And in the desert, I picked up a Sandile, which of course became a Karakarok. Now, talking about both of them, now Leavanny evolves during the day and only if it's happy. I didn't know that. I just got lucky that it leveled up as well as it did. With Leaf Blade, X-Scissor, I think I taught it Poison Jab. I'm not sure if that was even a TM at that time. But it had Leaf Storm as well. And I was like, cool, I can use Leaf Storm and just spam that, and it won't affect X-Scissor or Leaf Blade. Awesome. Whatever its fourth move was, I don't really recall. Crocodile, there we go. I'm looking at it on the screen, and I'm totally mispronouncing the name with it written there. With that Pokemon, I had a female, and it had Moxie. But since TMs were reusable, I was taking advantage of it. I taught it Attract. Oh, what? Because it's a female, it's going to use a move like that? I taught it to other Pokemon too, but this one I kept Attract in its move pool because it was pretty fun to use. I never really used it before, and, well, like I said, it was a really fun Pokemon to, like, use. Now, I was a little perturbed because I've been in several caves and I still hadn't found a Drillbur, and I really wanted to use a Pokemon because I heard about this cool move that I had, Drill Liner, which is called Drill Run. But even so, I really wanted to use this drilling Pokemon because drills are awesome. So I went and I had to find out, and it turns out Drillburs only show up in caves where there's those little dust clouds. It might be in one of the dust clouds, so I went back and I got Drillbur, I grinded, and I leveled it up. So at this point, I had Samurott, Simisear, Unpheasant, X-Drill, Leavanny, and Crocodile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon. So as I traveled along, I finally came across what was it? Uh, the small eagle, and then which evolves into bravery. And I was like, okay, so I put unpheasant away for that Pokemon because I wanted to use bravery. I saw it in like a teaser video where it was found at a wild encounter, and the trainer battled it and caught it. So I saw this really cool eagle. I was like, yeah, this is going to be the bird Pokemon. And, you know, bravery was good, but it wasn't like, I found it just wasn't as great. And after having Staraptor in the previous gen, I was expecting a little bit more. I mean, sure, I got superpower, but it just felt like bravery paled in comparison. And even comparing the two now, or even two other bird Pokemon, it just didn't do it. Though I did like teaching it Crush Claw, Brave Bird. I think it had too. Like, it has some really excellent moves, but its move pool was so shallow, and it just felt like for the level and the point in the game that you find it, it doesn't really. I should have stuck with Unpheasant maybe, but when I got Zekrom to join my team, Simisear got boxed. And then I had to go, and this is the thing, like, you had to go back and fight the Elite Four again if you wanted to become the champion, because even though you got that far in the story, you had to actually go through all of it again. And I wasn't too thrilled with the Elite Four in this version. I found them to be kind of challenging, and to be quite honest, there wasn't enough in the game to really adequately level you to where you'd be okay enough to battle them. And I did spend a lot of time grinding before I went back to battle them again. Now, Pokemon from Gen 5 that I added to my team after the story was over, I wasn't, at this point, all that much into it, I have to admit. So I didn't pick up that many new Pokemon to add. While the game was graphically better than Diamond and Pearl, and while the game was, like, I bought a 3DS thinking this was going to be a 3DS game, but no, it's only a DS game. And the Unova map just really wasn't all that, thrilling. Plus, like, having to wait several months for a chance to do something because of the seasons, that hurt too. All that said, though, and yes, the map is a lot for me because of the sandbox of which I play in. So I went back and I trained a Seismitoad. Seismitoad is kind of neat because it learns a lot of those sound-based moves, and I thought it'd be cool if I could have like Krogunk, Seismitoad, and Politoed on a team, and they all use, like, in a triple battle or even a double battle, like have them use Echo Voice and Round, because I think each time that those moves are used, even in the extra battles, it like intensifies the attack. And at that time there was the frogs in Naruto that I think were using sound wave attacks, so that prompted me to want to use Seismitoad. But Seismitoad, I believe, has the ability Poison Touch, so when it makes contact, it can poison the opponent. So, ooh, that was kind of neat. It wasn't quite what I was expecting it to be. I mean, it was good, but Seismitoad just isn't Swampert. But, again, why compare Pokemon? But Seismitoad was a really fun Pokemon to use. Then, there was, at the Dragon Spiral Tower, Druddigon, also known as Krimgon. I call it Krimgon, the Japanese name, because I like it a lot better. I don't know why Druddigon even was considered one Krimgon, because it's a crimson-faced dragon. So Krimgon, I really like this Pokemon. In fact, I liked it a lot. Its rough skin ability, I actually preferred a little bit more than Sheer Force, but hey, Sheer Force gave its moves with a secondary effect a big boost. But yeah, this was a really cool Pokemon. Like I said, I thought for just a vanilla dragon, it was great, and it has a good design, and I really like using its claw attacks. Next was Haxorus. I think everyone used Haxorus. My first one had Rivalry, So I was kind of wondering, like, what's up with this thing? And then I found out it could also have mold breaker. So I went and I bred, and I got one to have mold breaker. Um, this one, I don't hear that. I kind of almost taught it the exact same move set as I did Garchomp. It's green. I really did enjoy my time using this Pokemon. But the next one, the next one I used was Sawsbuck. I actually have 4 of these, but I just prefer the summer one because I like the green leaves. The other ones are good too, but I just decided to keep it to just the summer one, mostly because, again, now Deerling and of course Sawsbuck, depending on when you see them in the wild, depending on the season that it is in the game, will depend on what color coat it is. It's a normal grass type. It knew Horn Leech, Double Kick, Takedown, and one other move I can't quite remember. But those were the Pokemon that I used during Gen 5. Just to show my Elite Four team again, or at least let me show my Elite Four team. Samurott, Bravery, Zekrom, Excadrill, Crocodile, Leavanny. Wait, 1, 2, yeah, I should be okay. Well, so long as you're seeing 6 on the screen. I don't think I said 7, but yeah, I didn't really pick up many new Pokemon this generation, and the fact that we could transfer back from previous generations and put them in kind of made it feel a little stale for me, because I didn't have to, decide and just using a move tutor to teach my old Pokemon a new move. It was just ungratifying, and I don't know, it was just getting stale. I'll admit it. Even with like some of the online functions, and like I said, the Unova map wasn't even that fun. The only thing that kept me playing was Pokemon Dream World, where I can get Pokemon with their hidden abilities. But even then. So yeah, you'll notice I didn't say anything about the other 2 starters because, well, I felt they were lackluster. Tell me what you think about my opinions in this video. Comment below, do give this video a like, and make sure to subscribe. Hit that Patreon card that should be popping up right now. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Best wishes.